All right, guys, I am Hectic, and we are back for another round of cringe. Now, we're going to go through some of these TikToks. Apparently, they're cringy. Let me know. Let's get the show started. This next one is called Everyone Thinks I'm in My 20s. There's some subtext here. It says, when you turn 36, but everyone thinks you are in your 20s. I'll be nice. You don't look so bad for a 36-year-old, right? I don't really see a lot of things wrong with this. Clearly, you have some sort of confidence inside of you that makes you feel like you're a lot younger. Well, everybody honestly wants to feel like, I don't want to feel 36. I'm not 36. I feel like I'm still pretty good. Built like a Ford truck, bro. She looks like a nice person. You know, I think a lot of people on TikTok have this sort of thinking where I guess they maybe get some compliments online and their ego goes up to here, right? I appreciate her confidence and how she's thinking about things. She probably doesn't feel 36, which is great. You know, that's lovely. Let's go to the next clip. This one's called More People Should Stand Up to This Scourge.
Sorry. Excuse me, officer. Could you help me hold this really quick?
What that's supposed to be about, babe?
Yeah.
Yes. What? I was just doing a little dance. Sorry. I was just doing a TikTok dance. What crime did I commit?
Business has a right to refuse service to anybody. What's your name?
What crime did I commit?
You don't need to commit a crime.
What crime did I commit? She didn't commit a crime. She's just disturbing somebody while he's trying to work, right? That's it. She got embarrassed that she got called out. She's trying to make a video with somebody that doesn't want to make a video. She's just making him like a prop, right? For her enjoyment, for her audience. He doesn't know what's happening. He's a security guard. He might look like he's not doing nothing. You know, he's looking like he's lazy right now. He's just sitting around. He looks like he's eating his lunch. He's on break. You don't disturb people when they're on their break, man. Time is money, and you don't get paid when you're on a lunch break, okay, bud? That's why you take a when you're working, because when you take a when you're working, you're getting paid to take a okay? Remember that. Remember that, guys. Anyways, people have this kind of mindset where you can just take a camera in people's faces and they're gonna say nothing. I don't mind it if it's a friend of mine, but when it's a stranger that you don't know, it makes you feel like you're just a clown, right? Somebody's telling you, dance, monkey, dance, or hey, tell me a joke. Whoa, what am I, a freaking stand-up comic here? You think I'm here made for your enjoyment? You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, let's go for another video. This one was pretty cool. Next clip is called He's a Marine.
He's a Marine. First to fight, he's loyal. Honor, courage, commitment. Core values simplify. Oorah, he's a Marine.
And her husband is in the back like this. He's like, Biden, why didn't you get rid of TikTok? I think this is just self-indulging cringe. It's on purpose, I think. Like at that time when there was a bunch of nurses doing TikToks on the side while they had patients that they had to take care of, and patients were dying or they needed like a cup of water, and they're in the background doing the same thing this woman was doing, probably just mocking other people that do this thing. I guess just by looking at the easiest way possible, you'll just see it as like, wow, she's really embarrassing, and her husband is just back there just taking it. Nah, I mean, like, so what? Like, who cares? I mean, he probably thought it was funny too, you know. He's back there supporting his girl.
Honor, courage, commitment.
Supporting her TikToks and her ventures. He looks like a nice guy. He's a Marine, you know. He's probably seen worse things than his wife or his girlfriend doing some sort of TikTok trend, right? This man has seen war. He has seen death. You think seeing his girl do this gonna make him leave?
Oorah, he's a Marine.
Let's go to the next clip. This clip is called What Is Even That? On the bottom text it says, pregnant girls eat raw meat? Exclamation point? Question mark?
If my girlfriend was pregnant, I would feed her raw meat. A lot of raw meat, because in my perspective, the bacteria is not harmful, it's actually beneficial. So there's zero concern for me in terms of bacteria. And what's funny is that if you Google foods that you shouldn't eat during pregnancy.
Look, guys, don't listen to some random dude online that's not a doctor and is telling you some such shit like you should eat more bacteria on purpose.
It's usually the most nutritious foods. Oysters, raw meat, unpasteurized dairy. And I don't
They tell you to not eat seafood because it's high on mercury. mercury. The ocean is filtered by oysters, shrimp. They collect heavy metals. If you know,
just foods. Oysters, raw meat, unpasteurized dairy. And I don't think it's some kind of evil plan. It's just because people believe that bacteria is harmful. Therefore, they tell you to avoid bacteria-rich foods. If you take my
this all works if you probably live in a farm. I would say, like, yeah, you probably are better well off if you live in a farm, but not everybody lives in a farm, and people can get sick like that. I remember getting sick because I actually lacked bacteria in my stomach. I needed bacteria in my stomach. I had to take medicine to get more bacteria, some good bacteria. I had all the harmful bacteria in my stomach, which caused problems.
my perspective, bacteria is actually essential for your health, and I just consume as much bacteria as I can.
No, that's not true. If you eat too much bacteria, you're gonna get sick. You have to have a good balance of bacteria in your stomach. A lot of these guys that say they do these sort of diets, they don't do it all the time, okay? Look at Liver King. Look at those people that eat raw meats and then, like, they put it in a jar, wait until it ferments, and then they eat it. You think they're doing that stuff all the time? No, they're not. Dude, you can only do it once you're gonna go to the hospital. People don't trust their governments. They don't trust people that are more highly qualified than they are. This guy thinks that he knows more than doctors. He knows more than scientists, and he's done his own research and studies to know that they're all wrong and he is right. I'm gonna cut it here. Let me know what you guys think about that guy. Let's go to another video. This next video is called I Can't Even Play the Whole Thing. The caption says it's totally okay to let your goofy side shine through. Okay, I mean, there's no problem with that. You know, sometimes I be showing my goofy side. Nah, that's bad. He's just quirky. He just be a little quirky. What's wrong with that? Come on, guys. You can't watch the whole thing. I mean, it's kind of cute. It's a little dance. That's what birds do to start mating. These 2000 kids, man. They're more open with their feelings. I think it's a beautiful thing. Of course, if you would do that right to my face, I would be like, you know, don't listen to your feelings. Don't tell people that you're depressed. Don't tell them. Keep your feelings inside. Smiling is a weakness. Acting goofy is a weakness. What's going on, buddy? But I understand what he's trying to get across with this messaging. I have a goofy side myself, but I'm not going to show it. You know, I'll show it to you in person. I don't know. This whole doing it on camera, when you do things on camera, it's a little forced, right? Like everything I kind of do, it's like I have to sort of try, right? And sort of put myself out there. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about that one. I don't know. It's okay. I liked it. It's not that cringy. I thought it was kind of cute. This next one is called I Remember When People Used to Keep Things to Themselves.
I'm drunk, but I'm gonna do my best to tell a story. I like my punani bald, okay? It's a personal preference. I feel like it looks better. I feel better. Whatever.
So she admits that she's a little intoxicated, okay? And she says that she likes her punani, which means her vajayjay, her P-U-S-S-Y. She likes it shaved. No, there's no problem with that. I'm a bushman myself, but there's no problem with that.
I notice though, when I shave, I give in too easily. Like, damn, who want me, right? I also
Damn! Yo! Get the shears!
notice that even when I don't shave, I still give in because I have no self-control, except to do things I walk around with a bush, right? So the guy I liked at the time texts me and he's like, hey, you want to come over? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'll text you when I'm on the way. So I hop in the shower. Why are you hopping in the shower, bitch? We already not off to a good start. I'm in a
Okay, she's trying to say that she kind of like puts herself in that position where she's like, damn, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna shave for this guy. And so by shaving, she's gonna be having intercourse, right?
shower. I look down. I'm like, well, I can't shave because then I'm definitely giving in, but I can't not shave because I'll probably still give in, but he'll think I'll have a bush, right? So I shave half of it, right down the middle. Grassland on one side, bald on the other. Dumbass. I'm like, my draws are staying on tonight.
She's like, let me compromise and just cut it down the middle. Like in Kramer when he was trying to fight Newman for that bike. He's like, let's just split it in half.
We will cut the bike down the middle and give half to each of you.
What?
And call ourselves even, okay?
And he ain't looking at this. So we're watching a movie. And we're watching the movie, I'm like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. You not a changed woman, you a dumb one. He looks down, mortified as hell, I might add. He goes, what's this? I ain't never seen anything like this before. What's going on? I get real defensive because I'm embarrassed. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm trying something new. Looks good. Other women do it too.
I'm not that type of person. Like I said, I'm a bushman. I don't care. I would never say that to any girl and say like, whoa, whoa, shit, what the, you know, like, freaking scary movie. He's got this, you know, it's like, no, bro, like, you're gonna keep that to yourself. She knew that that guy just didn't like that style, right? So she kept it halfways, you know? I mean, look, man, I don't mind listening to things like this online. Everybody got problems like that, you know. Some people have this sort of stigma with hair and how you cut it and what you leave down there or what don't you leave. All that cultural stuff, it plays part in society and how you want to see things, right? You know, armpits. There are some other guys out there that love that type of thing, like Joe Rogan. He's one of them, apparently.
Armpit hair doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Doesn't
On a
bother
lady?
me.
So
No.
wait, you like jack ladies with armpit hair?
Yeah, a little bit of
You're
armpit
getting
hair.
close, dude. You're so close. That's as close as I get.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like a good buzz cut.
I like them bald.
Yeah, I
I like a bald lady. She can wear a wig.
Yeah, she can
You be a different hairstyle every night. Oh my god.
Damn, that fisherman might have got you, dude. Might have set you off.
Imagine.
So, look, yeah, I mean, it's a regular thing. It happens all the time, man, you know? Let me know what you guys think about this one here. Anyway, guys, let's go to another one. Losing money in 2025 versus 2024.
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money.
Context of this video, present day 2025, we're going through sort of a crisis here with Trump. He's trying to implement these tariffs, right? It's not going so well. The government has lost trillions of dollars in the stock market.
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character. In fact, you learn a lot of lessons, actually.
Money's not important. Who needs money? You're not losing money if you're not making money. Politics is cringe, especially this guy, Benny Johnson. I don't know why anybody would want to listen to this guy. At the end of the day, he will never hold the same standard for somebody that he despises, like Kamala and Biden.
It's bloody Black Monday. Holy moly. The Kamala crash is here. Kamala needs to get in front of a camera today. People are losing their homes today. People are losing their fortunes today. People are losing their futures today. People are losing their 401ks today.
Kamala's destroying the whole world right now. You know, when things get flipped over to them, they seem to have a whole different perspective, right? They seem to be more optimistic.
This is shaping up to be one of the worst market days in American history.
This is where you start losing people, right? I don't know. Maybe the people that follow him, listen to his advice, listen to his politics, maybe they're ride or dies.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand him. I don't. And everything's in the because of it. Donald Trump just cost me $20 million or whatever he did. Maybe don't be on the golf course.
Everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country.
I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Because Donald Trump is the nominee against Joe Biden. I won't just vote for him. I will walk over broken glass to vote for him. His giant tariff policy that he just dropped on the market unilaterally, probably unconstitutionally.
This is a vivid demonstration of very well-known prominent Trump fans, whether they're in your feeds, as they say, or not, going through their own personal experience of the harm of these Trump economic policies as their viewers watch.
Obviously, last year when Biden was the president, the stock markets were hitting all-time highs. I remember Trump trying to take credit for them.
They're saying the only reason the stock market's good is that the polls are showing that I'm going to win the election, and that if I win the election, the stock market's going to go up, and if I lose the election, you might end up with 1929 stuff again.
And now, since they're going down, he's still blaming Biden for it. He's telling people like, yeah, there'll be some pain coming into these tariffs and whatnot.
We may have short-term some little pain, and people understand that, but long-term, the United States has been ripped off.
Coming into these tariffs and whatnot, and you guys are gonna lose some money, but in the long run, we're gonna be making more money. We're gonna be making more money than any other country because we've been getting screwed over by all these other countries that think they're gonna R-word us and pillage and plunder. I want Sleepy Joe back. The Gulf of America era is not going so well for a lot of people, and they're losing a lot of money right now.
We may have short-term some little pain, and people understand that.
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna, like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand him. I don't, and everything's in the because of it. Donald Trump just cost me $20 million or whatever he did. Maybe don't be on the golf course.
Everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country.
I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Let me know what you guys think about that. Let's go for another one. Part 2 of this fitness advisor's routine. So I'm guessing he put salt. People like to use that when they get out of a good workout, I guess, to take off some inflammation. Another bath? Okay.
Hey.
Okay, that's a little extra, buddy.
Brother, what do you mean, how do I wake up at 3:50 a.m.? Listen, I go to sleep early because temptation lives late at night. I need you to lock in. Tomorrow, we got to do at least 10,000.
So the reason why he wakes up in the morning at 3 in the morning is because of temptations happening at night. You know what? He's right, you know? Yeah, if you know, you know. Oh my God. This guy. Really, bro? You're that sus about eating a banana? I think eating a banana the way that you're supposed to eat it is the alpha move. When you're like pulling it apart in pieces, I think that makes you, you know, it just makes you a little bit of a bitch. You know, I think you're a little self-conscious of how people perceive you as, you know? I don't think a lot of people, when they see you eat a banana, they're like, gay! You know? I mean, unless he's one of your friends, but I mean, it doesn't really count, right? You know, it's not gay if it's your homies. Who's that fancy water? That fancy water, man. You can't trust that tap water. You know, they got them chemicals that will make you control your mind. Look at this guy, can't even breathe right. Puts tape in his mouth. Is he sleeping with somebody? This man really takes care of himself, makes himself feel beautiful, you know? Can't hate on that. The Bible. Man, the Bible? The Bible, dude? The Bible's such a crazy book, dude. There's so many crazy stories in there. Wait a minute. What are those alarms? Wait a minute. So he sets up an alarm every minute? Dude can't even wake himself up. You only need to set up one alarm, dude. It'll keep ringing. Unless you accidentally press the snooze, but it'll keep ringing every probably like 8 minutes or so. It doesn't stop ringing. I don't know why you would put so many alarms after. You only need the one. Unless your phone is messed up or something, and the unnecessariness of being that awake because you don't have to, but I guess for you, you consider it as a positive. I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video. Bye bye.